Foxtrot Bravo Bravo, pull up and go around.
Go around, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Tower India Echo Lima, downwind 13, touch and go.
India Echo Lima number 3, follow Cessna left base, turning 1 mile final.
India Echo Lima.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, change of plans, crossover midfield, join right downwind runway 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, crossover midfield, join the right downwind for 13.
Greetings everyone. So here we are sitting in this amazing hangar at St. Catharines. When we ended our flight on the last trip from Niagara Falls to St. Catharines, we parked in the hangar that had the lion, the African theme. This particular theme is all about birds. We'll just get into the drone and have a look at it a little bit closer. So that's outside the hangar. And there are the birds. The title of the gallery is Wings, and it's by Ilana Block. I believe Ilana Block is the wife of the man who created this scenery, if I'm not mistaken. So it's really quite interesting. Very lovely work. Okay, so I'll show you what we're doing. We're going to be leaving St. Catharines, heading west to London, Ontario, right here, which is where my wife and I and our kids lived for 23 years. And then from London, we'll head north up to Wyerton, the home of Wyerton Willie, the groundhog, and make our way across the Lake Huron Tobermory Strait, and we will end up in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. And that will be the end of leg 9 and 10. So we're just waiting for Larry to arrive, and then once Larry gets here, we will get started up. I am having a little technical difficulty today, having difficulty with the webcam, and I had to fix a few things on the avionics, but I think I've got that under control. But until Larry gets here, we'll just pause the video right here, and then I will get started and meet up with Larry out at the threshold of runway 24 that we're planning to use. So until then, we'll wait and see you at 24. So here we are rolling along runway 24 at St. Catharines on our start of leg number 9.
Here we go.
I guess I should get on course, shouldn't I?
Yeah, we're both way off.
Yeah, because the runway 24 isn't quite lined up with our track.
No, but it's close. Get out here and then. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. My little nav map's so big the plane's going 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's sometimes happened.
Okay. So if I go tab and then hit auto in why is
Turn
it
the
not
autopilot on.
Oh, okay.
Autopilot engage.
He's not set up to do that. It sounds like him. Why did he not do that? Okay, so over here, pilot, nav.
Okay, I've got my autopilot on, but unfortunately I turned it on at 2,500, but I can come back down.
Yeah. I turned mine on and he's taking me in a complete circle.
Oh, have you got your GPS set to? I mean, have you got your
Oh, yeah.
thing set to GPS?
Yep.
And when you click nav, it doesn't capture it. When you click nav on the autopilot.
Yeah, okay. I guess nav is the only one I gotta click. I don't have to click altitude and heading, do I?
No, you don't want to click heading. You want to click nav.
Yeah, I did. Autopilot's on, nav is on. So we'll see what's...
It'll bring you back on course.
Yeah, he's coming around.
Still have this cold that I've had for
feet, so
3 weeks, almost 4 weeks now.
So why is it? Oh, that's far. Okay. The guy Patriot says when I was showing him some of the other ones I did, the texture, the ground texture in flight sim, if you're in Canada, is so much different than the texture from the same type of landscape in the United States. And he seems to think it's a thing with Bing mapping that they use, because Bing mapping is oriented more to the United States than any place else. And even was saying that when you compare the ground texture with any other place in the world, the texture in the United States always comes up better. And I never really noticed that before.
Yeah, I've actually, way back when I was first starting to build airports, Stephen told me that, but I actually haven't checked to verify that what he said is true. Maybe it is. Oh, I just want to note here, I'm just passing Hamilton Airport. It's quite a large airport, actually. Wow. Wow. Very big.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, I see it.
Very large airport.
Wow.
That's a busy airport in real life. Like WestJet and Swoop fly in there, and I don't know who else, but it's a busy airport.
Wow. Yeah, I see it there. Yeah, it is a big place. Holy crap. Wow.
So the next airport we're coming to, maybe we could do
Touch and go.
Touch and go. That's London, Ontario, where I lived for 23 years, and that's where we were for the wedding.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We can do a touch and go. Maybe we'll touch and go on runway. Let's see, what's the
33?
easiest? Well, we could do 33, or if you want to do 27, it's a shorter runway, and then just veer to the right.
Yeah. Or before you land, do you want to fly over where you used to live?
No, that's okay. I lived in too many places.
Hey, Brantford's coming up on our right, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Let me have a look. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, lovely. That's Brantford.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's a busy place too. Yeah. The airport's. Oh, it's ahead of me. I can't see the airport yet, but it's coming up. You should be able to see it. It's right off your right wing.
Yep, I've got a good view of it. I went up, I zoomed out on my my view, on my camera view.
Oh yeah.
Really nice view of it. Nice airport. Yeah. And London is not that far ahead of us.
Yeah, I see that. We got a ways to go, so it's going to
Yeah.
be.
You want to touch and go on 27, or what do you want to do? Well, you know what we could do? We could do a little fly around the city. Well, I don't know. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm going to swing south and come in on.
On 3-3?
Oh, well, wait a minute. No, 27's fine. Yeah, because it's right on track. We just have to go off a little bit.
Yeah, we just veer off to the right a little bit, and once we're in the air again, we'll just turn a little bit more right to 310 degrees.
Yeah, I just enlarged my map so I could see it, and it said, yeah, it's fine. That'll work. No problem. So you get in the hot weather down there too, or are you a little bit cooler?
No, it was hot. It was hot
Yeah.
yesterday, I think day before.
Yeah. Yeah, it is here too, and I had to move my planter with the lettuce plants in it out of the sun and into the garage because the lettuce does not like that hot sun. Yeah, we've got a ways to go yet.
So I got an indicated airspeed of looks like, what is that, 160, 170?
Yeah, mine's 158.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing moves along pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Take binoculars out and have a look at, see if we can find London up ahead.
It should be.
That should be the airport right there, I think.
I'm about 14 nautical miles from
And the
it.
city is.
And you're.
City's out here.
8 nautical miles away from it.
Yeah. Soon I'm going to veer off to the right to pick up runway 27.
Yeah. Okay, so why is this? Oh, here we go. Oh, I see. That one there.
I have a pay-where scenery for London. And did the guy ever do an amazing job? He's even done the interior of the terminal. It's fantastic.
Okay, when I move my
I'm going to take my autopilot off and get ready.
when I move my road compass here, it looks like you're just coming up to 15 nautical miles from the airport.
Yeah, I see that.
And I'm at 20 nautical miles. So.
Just going to veer off a little bit to the right. Just a little bit, not much.
Okay, I guess we can tell Otto to put his parachute on his aluminum. Yeah, I've got a ways to go yet. I can see the lights to the runway up there.
Yeah, I'm just heading for this, looks like a gravel pit. And then when I get to the gravel pit, I'm going to turn left and go runway, heading 270. That should line me right up.
Yep. Auto, you turned off.
Did you say you saw the lights of the airport?
Yep.
The beacon
Well,
light? Oh yeah,
I see.
I see it. I see it. I see it. Yep. Yeah, I see it now.
Actually, there's two sets of lights. I can see the runway lights, and then there's just two. So they must be the approach lights or something.
Yeah, it's the approach lights to runway, what is it? Runway 15.
Yeah, but yeah, because I got two sets of lights.
Yeah, because
blinking.
that's an ILS into 15.
Yeah.
And that goes right over the Fanshawe Lake, which we used to take the kids swimming there.
Oh, okay.
There's a Fanshawe Dam, and like the Fanshawe River, Fanshawe Dam, and Fanshawe Lake. Now, why did I go up to 3,500? I guess that's not paying attention, right?
And I was just going to say, is that what it's called? Oh dear. Okay, I should be able to just turn right here and be lined up pretty close.
Yeah, I'm on a long final right now for 2.7.
Yeah, I think I went out too far, but we'll see.
One of the things we did when we were back in London with my wife Joanne and myself and our son Matthew, we drove around to all the houses we lived in.
Oh, okay.
And the last one we went to was well, I actually built two homes during our 23 years. Physically built them. And we went to the one that was our most favorite. It's an amazing house that it turned out to be. And the people we sold it to were still living there.
Oh wow!
And they remembered us, and they said to me, we've been here 33 years, and you built this house in 1987. I said, wow, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's a two-story home. I put in a beautiful pool in the backyard, and it's still there, and it kind of made my heart sorrowful because
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I know. Whenever we went through Vancouver, I always used to detour through Burnaby to my grandparents' house, like the house where I was born, and every time I drove by it, I often thought I should go and knock on the door and find out if it's, and let them know that, if I could have a look around and we could see if it was the same inside, because when I was younger, whenever I went down there for my summer holidays during summer break, I would sleep in the same room, in the same bed that I was born in.
Wow.
And so one time I drove by, and they were renovating the outside, and I figured, oh crap, I should have went and knocked on the door, you know.
Yeah.
But never got around to it, and then they tore it down and they built new houses and then.
The track.
Yep. Okay.
I think I'm ready to go.
Yep. So am I.
Okay. We did a formation takeoff. You realize that?
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Yeah. You're at my 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Come on, gear, come on, up. Landing gear, come up. Silly thing.
Okay, I'm making a left turn out now.
Yeah, I see that right off.
I'm gonna fly out over the lake and then join the track 310 degrees. There's the lake right in front of me. And the airport is right below me at my 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right behind you. I'm at your 6.
I'm gonna level off at 2000 and put the autopilot back on. Turning back on course with the autopilot. So Larry, I have a test I'd like you to do someday. There's no urgency, but it's really bugging me. And this problem I have noticed for about a month now. And what the problem is, let me give you some background knowledge here. So if let's say I spawn into a parking spot.
Okay.
And I do not turn on the battery, I don't start the airplane, I just leave it cold and dark. And if I look at my FPS after 1 hour of just sitting there, the FPS will have dropped by about 10 FPS. 10 or 12.
Huh.
And this happens consistently. It's almost like there's I don't know if there's such a thing as an FPS leak. It's almost like it's leaking out when it's not being used, when the airplane isn't being used. It's kind of weird.
It's odd that it's doing that. Yeah, I've never really noticed if my frame rate drops at all, because it's not that often I even look at it to see what my frame rate is, you know. So okay, if I go now, display.
Like right now, my frame rate is 50.
Mine's 54, 55, 54. Yeah, somewhere's in there. Which isn't bad.
No, that's a great frame rate, yeah.
You must be off to my right here someplace. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Yeah, the autopilot's bringing me back on track.
Lots of farmland down there.
Yeah, there's lots of farmland here.
No, dear me. Wrong on my throat.
Yeah, you don't want to have a frog in your throat. They jump around too much.
Yeah, no, it's with the COPT that I have every once in a while I get phlegm in my throat and it just sits there. It doesn't want to move. Yeah, Gwen was talking to her brother yesterday who lives in Barrie, just an hour north of Toronto, and he was saying it was really hot there yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Along with the humidity.
Yeah, we've had some hot temperatures. I'm going to share. I did some screen prints of this FPS problem, and I'm just going to share the screen and show you.
Okay.
I was sitting at the Oshkosh airport because I'm thinking I might fly in Oshkosh, but anyway, I was sitting there and it's pretty heavy scenery wise, so the FPS is, well, I'll show you. Let me share the screen. Hold on. Where is it? It must be this one here. Yeah, this one. Okay. So, this is a print screen.
Yep.
Can you see it? Yeah. You see my FPS is 31?
Yep.
Okay, now this was at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And I purposely did this to track it. This is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's 3:30. Now the plane is just sitting, nothing is powered up, it's cold and dark. That's at 3:30. That's at 4 o'clock. That's not much of a difference, it's only 1 FPS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, look at 4:30.
Holy crap.
17, and I have not done anything. It's just been sitting there.
Is there people coming in and out of like A1 traffic coming
No.
in and out?
No, I looked at that and there was no one, there was no activity in the airport. And then if I go along to, let's see, that's at 4:30. That's exactly 1 hour from when I started. So now if I go to 5 o'clock, it starts going back up again. It's up to 29.
Huh. That is weird.
And then if I go to 6 o'clock, it starts coming back down again. It's at 26. So
That's interesting. I have to try that. You see?
I do not understand why the FPS would automatically leak out like that. I don't understand it.
The only reason I could think of is there's something running in the background that's causing your frame rate to drop. There's something running in the background on your computer somewhere that's affecting that.
Yeah, I guess so, but I just don't know what it would be. Anyway.
Yeah, the only way to find out is to do Control Alt Delete and then look at your everything else, see what's running.
Yeah. Okay, I need to stop streaming. There we go.
Grand Bend is coming up. You want to touch and go there, or?
Oh, let me have a look at little nav map. I didn't. Oh, where are we? Oh, Grand Bend is right there. Yeah, we're right in line with the runway. Let's do a touch and go. And then we'll swing to was that 9-degree heading. Yeah, I better take off my autopilot and lower my speed and put the gear down. We used to go swimming at Grand Bend quite often because Lake Huron is right in front of it, you know.
Yeah, okay. So we were watching a program on TV last night on the one of the history scientific programs on the Niagara escarpment.
Oh, yes.
And how it formed millions of years ago, and how it progressed, and all of the rock formations, and Niagara Falls, and where Niagara Falls was many years ago compared to where it is now.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how much per year that whole thing moved.
Yeah, it's quite amazing what happens there.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at all the windmills. What the heck did he say now? That every year how much it moves, and I was quite surprised. It seems like a very insignificant amount, but I mean, when you add that up over a time span, like even 100 years ago, it was probably a couple of feet difference from where it is now.
Yeah, that's amazing, Larry.
Yeah.
I'm on short final for 3-1. And I've got my gear down.
Yeah, I see you out there. My gear's
Coming in hot, 130. That's a little fast. I better slow
Yeah,
down.
my speed's coming down.
I better slow down. I'm just trimming the treetops right now.
Don't ingest any branches in your car, it'll kill the engine.
Yeah, that was a 100 knot touchdown. I'm back in the air again.
Yeah, I'm just doing 100 knots now. I'm just lining up real fine. I'm still at 1,500 feet, so coming down.
Before we go back on track, let's just fly straight out and just have a look at the Grand Bend Beach. I want to see what it looks like in Microsoft. Yeah, right now I've got 60 FPS.
Wow, that's pretty good.
All right, I'm going to turn right now, kind of head north, and get a good view of the beach.
Touchdown at 70 knots. Oh, bouncy, bouncy.
Oh, did you just touch down now?
And,
I must have got way ahead of you.
yeah, you did for some reason.
I'm just going to circle around to the left, do a 360, and wait for you to catch up. Get a good view of the beach. Oh, I see you coming now.
Yeah. So that road runs right to the beach, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Okay, time to get back on track.
That's quite an area. Holy smokes. Were all those houses down there on the beach before?
Yeah, it actually looks, it's depicted properly. Yeah, as it used to be that I remember anyway. Now I'm going to pay more attention to my fuel tanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna put auto on, and then I'm gonna check mine.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to the right tank.
Okay, so I gotta turn this around like this so I can see it.
When I was switching to the right tank, I shut the engine down. I switched the wrong way.
Yeah, I think I got mine switched the right way. We'll find out soon enough. Okay, where's my mouse? Where'd my mouse go? Oh, there we go. Oh.
A lot of windmills here.
I had the autopilot turned on, so
What
why
happened?
am
You're going in circles.
I'm sitting on the ground. Don't ask me why.
Oh my goodness.
I turned the autopilot on, and I went to look at my fuel gauges, and that's where I wound up. So I'm going to go to hell. Well, we'll fix that. Not a problem.
I'll just do a few 360 turns here and wait for you.
Fly. There we go. So, why did it do that? I don't know. I got no idea why. But it's wanting to bring me back on the course. There we go. It's doing that. Yeah, I don't know why it did that.
Are you back up and running again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll put my AP back on.
Really got no idea why. Oh, my speed's coming up. That's good.
Thank you, love.
A minute there, I thought, what's going on?
My flight attendant just brought me a sandwich.
Ah. Oh, it's only 11 o'clock. My goodness. Flight attendant was a while ago, but I think she's either went for a walk with her friend, or she's out watering the garden, or she's watching TV, or doing her Tai Chi or something.
She does Tai Chi, does she?
Yeah, she watches it on TV, and then she just stands in the living room and does the same thing, type of thing. Yeah. Keep herself fit, I guess, between that and wakes up in the morning in bed, she just exercises in bed for about 20 minutes, and then same thing at night.
Wow, that's pretty good to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Or I should say to have the willpower to do that.
Yeah, she's got a lot more willpower than I have to get anything like that done. She takes after her mother, I guess.
The next airport we're going to be flying, we'll just fly over it, is Goderich.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And there's a big salt mine there. Been there for decades.
I'll put Google Maps on so I can see the salt mine. My son Jason has been, since we got that different car when the Vail packed in, he's got that little Fiat, the 100 Sport. And we still got the winter tires that we had for the Avail, mounted on the Avail rims. And so we're looking for the steel rims to mount the old winter tires on. Man, what a pain in the butt. Because it's a very strange setup for the wheels. You got 4 holes where the nuts go in to hold the wheel on, but on the other side there's another 4 holes in different spots that have to line up with little bumps on the housing that it sits on. A strange setup, but it's very hard to find used ones, almost non-existent.
So did it work out?
What do you mean, did it work out?
Like you were saying about lining up the holes and stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, Brian, we're trying to find somewhere to buy 4 used steel rims for the Fiat so that we can take the rubber winter tires off of the old Chevy rims and mount them on the new wheels, you know. So
okay. I got it. Yeah.
But very hard to find used ones, and they come in 15, 16, 17, and 18-inch sizes for the Fiat. And his is 16-inch, and there's 8 holes in the rim. And it's a really screwy setup. All the stupid wheels go on, but to buy them new, just one steel wheel was like $200.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, like $800 just for the wheels. Holy crap! So
that's Larry behind me.
He's going to wind up come the fall.
This is all of Lake Huron.
Change the rubber on the rims that is there, because the winter tires that he has, it's the same size, you know. The rubber will fit on the wheels on the Fiat, but it's just more expensive to do that, because you're going to have to take it down to the tire shop and get them to change the rubber, whereas before you would just bring it over to the garage and jack it up and change the wheels, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, he'll figure it out. Somewhere along the line, there'll be some used ones someplace. Send some emails away to some auto wreckers over on the island. And at some point when I get over there, I'll see if I find some. Get them. But, yeah, pretty expensive.
I just did a search for the Goderich salt mine, and I was quite amazed at what I see here. It says that the world's largest underground salt mine, Goderich, Ontario, 1,800 feet under Lake Huron.
Holy crap!
Wow, I did not know that.
I thought some of these ones in South America were the world's largest.
This is the mine is as deep as a CN tower in Toronto.
Oh, 1,800 feet. Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's almost half a mile.
Wow, that's incredible. It's amazing stuff that Google can find for you.
Oh, yes, I know. I'll mark that down. I'll do a search for it later.
So I'm right over Goderich now.
Yep, I see you there.
You're right behind me.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not too far behind you. Could you see where the salt mine is? They must have a bunch of buildings and whatnot there, do they? If it's underground.
Yeah, they do. There's really not much above ground to see in real life. It's pretty much all underground. But I didn't realize it went that deep.
Wow.
Just flew over the little airstrip of Goderich. So we are now going up to Kincardine.
Okay.
How's our time? When do you have to be finished?
Oh, my appointment is I'm going to be out of here by like 10 to 3. It's only 5 after 11. We have lots of time.
Okay.
Lots of time. Oh yeah, there's the airport. It's a fair size. Green something or other. Where is it? Where did it go? Greenock Swamp Wetland Complex. Huh.
Peanut butter sandwich is good.
Oh, I don't need peanut butter. I don't know. I'm not allergic to it. It's just apparently when I was before I started school, I used to love eating peanut butter, and for some reason, after at some point in time, I quit eating it, and now it's just I just don't like it. And even when I was going to school, then Mom would make sandwiches, and she'd make peanut butter sandwiches for the other kids. But if she used the same knife or whatever, peanut butter in the jam or something like that, it would spoil my lunch.
Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least you weren't allergic to it. That's a good thing.
No, I just, for some reason, something must have happened somewhere along the line, and I just quit eating it, and now it's just, I don't know, I don't even like the smell of peanut butter. And it's really odd. Glenn loves it.
Well, it's a good thing Discord doesn't have smellability. Wow, look at all the windmills here. When you get up here, you'll see them.
Oh yeah, I can see them. They're all over the place.
They're scattered all over.
Yep.
I guess they're picking up the winds from Lake Huron.
Oh, more than likely. You would think with that many windmills that they'd be going a lot faster than that, but then I guess the noise from them would just drive the people crazy.
Yeah, it probably would drive people crazy. Nice to be able to fly, see the countryside, and have your lunch at the same time.
Yeah. Well, you could do that in a real plane too. I just put it on autopilot and
Yeah, you can.
open up your sandwich bag. Oh, you had mentioned you couldn't get that Ford Tri-Motor to fly. I couldn't get it to fly either. And because it's got 3 throttles, your throttle setup's only works for 2. I'm not even sure how to get a 4-engine thing set up for your 2 throttle.
What you would have to do, Larry, because this is what I did. I went into the control settings.
Yeah.
And I duplicated the setting that I normally use, and I saved it as a duplicate, and I changed the name to Tri-Motor so I would know. And then I went down and mapped the throttle controls all to one setting, all to one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So in order to fly the Tri-Motor, you've got to click on the new the Tri-Motor setting.
Yeah. I know what you mean. You go in and you set up a separate profile for the Tri-Motor.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did, and I did fly it, and it lumbers along. It's okay, you know. It's not something I would pay money for, but it was good.
Some people do, apparently.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's quite a plane in its day. That's for sure. Lots of farmland, my goodness. Geez, I wonder when they're going to settle that the port workers strike. Boy, if that's going to drag on, and the rail lines are going to start shutting down because they can't unload all these.
Yeah, that's a really big problem.
Up the ships and everything else. I don't know why they just don't give them what they want. Keep the things moving, and then all they'll do is they'll jack up the price on different things, which is going to happen anyway. So, strange.
Yeah, they really need to settle it and get it over with.
What was that last thing? I don't remember.
So our flight today, leg 9 was out of St. Catharines, over to London, Ontario, up to Grand Bend, Goderich, coming up to Kincardine, where we are now. And leg 9 was going to stop at Wyerton, but Larry and I have decided to move on to leg 10 and go up to Tobermory, cross the water, Lake Huron, Gore Bay, Drummond, and we'll end our flight at Sault Ste. Marie.
Top
Aircraft.
price that's on the sticker.
Yeah.
And he looked at it and he says, "Oh shit, gotta get a manager." He went, called the manager, and she says, "Yep, you're right. You have to give it to me." And they put it down as a store error, but somebody put the wrong tag on it. It was like almost $317 difference or something like that in the price.
That's a big difference.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was a pretty good deal. Yeah, it's still plugging along. I've had it for quite a few years now, and it's still plugging along pretty good. Don't actually get too laptop, instead of a small one too. It was a little 11 or 12-inch laptop that I had before that. So I bought the small one for take with us when we were traveling. You know, when you're on the plane, it's nice and light, nice and small. Oh, why is my airspeed down to 60?
Yeah, I've had quite a few laptops over the years. I still have one left. I gave one away to my sister, and I still have one left. But I don't actually use it. I haven't opened it up for a long time.
What's going on here?
What happened?
I really don't
You run out
know.
of fuel?
It shouldn't be. For some reason, the autopilot was still on, but the altitude was wrong. I don't know. I'm back to what I'm supposed to be doing. My speed's coming up at 1,000 feet, so I don't know what went wrong. The autopilot was on, but the nav had clicked off. The nav light was blinking.
Oh, the nav shut off.
Yeah, so I'm just going to get myself back.
Looks like you're coming back on track again.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so turn this back on again. Nav button. Let's see what's going to happen here. Okay. It's bringing me back on course.
Well, as we fly over Wyerton, we'll have to wave to Wyerton Willie, the groundhog.
He's probably hiding because too much sunshine.
Yeah. You want to do a touch and go, or just...
We can do a touch and go.
We use runway 05. That's kind of right in our track.
Sounds good. Yeah, so that was strange why I was doing that, because my that little window where I set the altitude, that had changed as well, and I never touched that. So it's a ghost in here playing with buttons.
It's maybe your co-pilot wanted to see if you were paying attention.
Something was not right, that's for sure. Oh well.
Well, I'm going to take mine off autopilot now and get ready for 05.
Yeah, you're still quite a ways out yet.
Yep. Sometimes I like flying manually, you know.
Oh yeah, it's fun. Windy river down there.
I'm going to go down by the shoreline and see if there's any beach there.
05, oh, let's see what 05 is, okay. That's amazing. My altitude set for 2,000 feet. Autopilot's on, nav button is on, and it's climbing like crazy.
And your altitude is set for 2,000, is it?
Yes, it is.
That's strange.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had to go back and I moved it, and then I went back to 2,000 feet and I clicked on the button, and it's slowly going to bring me down. That's strange. I don't know why I was doing that, but yeah, we're going to come down anyways. Gonna come back down anyways. Two little lakes down there.
I'm on a 7-mile final for runway 05.
Well, right down to a couple hundred feet above the treetops at 200 miles an hour. Came down rather quickly.
Yeah, that beach area on the coast is quite nice. It's called Sauble Beach. It's
Yeah, I see that.
yeah, it's a very popular beach.
But that water in those lakes is cold, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I think it's time to slow this baby down. 160 is a little too fast for an approach. And I can't put the gear down at 160 either. That's too fast.
Yeah, I'm only at 1,000 feet and I'm still doing 165, so I got a ways to go yet, you know.
I think the elevation is approximately 700 feet here. Okay, gear is coming down. I'm at 1,000 feet. 300 feet above the ground.
I think I see the runway ahead there.
Yeah, you can see that red earth around this airport that Microsoft doesn't quite handle properly.
There's the runway. Yeah, I see it now.
I'm touching down right now. Beautiful touchdown. And heading back up in the air.
Yeah, I'm just bringing my speed down.
Sharp left. And I'm going back on track again.
Okay, you're coming down.
So we are on what they call the Bruce Peninsula right now, heading to Tobermory.
Like this. Yeah, you got that red earth.
Yeah. Maybe what Stephen said is correct.
But I'm just wondering, where would you get ground textures to add to make it look better? There must be some on TO, eh?
I don't know.
Okay, so why is this? Okay, so my altitude set for 2,000 feet. Typical. Okay. That button keeps turning itself off. Oh yeah. Every time you shut the autopilot off to do touch and go, you gotta go back and hit that button again. Otherwise it just keeps you climbing.
Yeah, that's right.
So, okay, we're gonna be coming down. Are we coming down? Slowly but surely. Shut that off. Shut that off. And let's lose some altitude here. Yeah, they have a lot of that red earth in Australia when I was down there with Noel. And some of the roads we drove on, it's really odd to be going along on the highway. It's bright red.
Yeah.
Red. You get used to the black top,
Yeah, in Jamaica it's like that too.
Okay, hip croaker.
My right tank is approaching quarter tank. And my left is 3/4.
Fuel. I got 68% fuel left.
Oh, I was looking at the gauge on the dash.
Yeah. Yeah, I just went into the GoPro and just looked at my fuel tanks. But, yeah. Yeah, I think that red earth is in some places in Ontario. Gwen's brother used to potato season. He used to drive a truck for a couple of the potato farmers when they harvested potatoes, and I guess a lot of that soil that the potato farmers use has got that reddish tinge to it. Potatoes apparently like it.
Yeah, I think it grows good potatoes.
Gwen was out in the garden in the front yard a few weeks ago, and I guess it's 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago I had a couple of.
That's Larry behind me.
In the front garden. But since then, I thought I had all the potatoes dug up, and she planted some flowers and stuff in there. I still got potato plants coming up in them, I guess.
There were a few sprouts left down there.
Oh, did you ever go fishing for lake trout when you were back there?
When I lived back there, I did fish for lake trout. No, not lakes. Well, not the big lake, but the smaller lakes. Yes.
Yeah.
Usually rainbow trout.
Oh, okay. Did you ever get any red trout?
No, never have.
Yeah, when we lived in Surrey, used to be a grocery store that we went to, and quite often they brought in red trout, like they'd bring in the whole pot and pick and fish.
Yeah.
You know, and it was really, and they were a good size. Like, I mean, I can remember buying them, and they were anywhere from 14 to 18 inches long and 3 or 4 pounds. But I've not been able to find a store anywhere out west here that now has red trout, and I don't know if it's still available in grocery stores in Ontario or not.
I don't know, Larry. I've never really seen or had a red trout. No.
Yeah. Oh, they're really good to eat. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Yeah.
So
Very similar to it.
here we are over
like a rainbow, I guess, but I mean they're
Lake
quite
Huron.
large compared to a rainbow. Let's see what Google is
The
gonna
5
tell me
Great
about
Lakes
red
is
trout.
Lake Ontario. And of course Lake Erie. Lake Huron that we're over now. Lake Michigan.
Trout Lake.
And then
Lake.
the biggest of all, Lake Superior.
Red trout fish, brook trout. Okay. Let's see. That's brook trout, red trout. Quebec red. What is Canadian red trout? Most of it's in Quebec. It's a distinctive first cousin of the eastern brook trout or speckled trout.
I just found something on it. And it says the red, they call it red band, R-E-D-B-A-N-D. Red band trout are subspecies of the rainbow trout. But I don't know if the red band trout is what you're talking about. It may be different.
No, it's just red trout because, okay, what is Canadian red trout? And that's what it says. And here there's red trout from Wapu. Okay, there's red trout. Okay. Yeah, it still says the vast majority of Quebec red trout is concentrated in Quebec. It's a distinctive cousin of the eastern brook trout. And it looks, because it's got lots of speckles on it. And yeah, they grow to a pretty good size. More details about red trout.
Well, maybe the Quebecers don't like sharing their red trout with the rest of the country. We're fast approaching the point of the peninsula.
Yep. Now I'll close this Google here. Yeah, I just did a search for red trout and that's what comes up. Interesting. But you would think that they would see if they have steelhead. Because they get their steelhead from
Okay.
Sault Ste. It's just a few miles out of town here in Fall River. And that's where they get their steelhead from. And most of the time when I've gone to our quality foods here, like it's fresh. It just like comes in that morning or something like that because I mean it's so close. And the steelhead is very tasty. They're pretty good size.
I'm looking for the Tobermory airstrip. Oh, maybe that's it to my... No, that's the road. That's the highway.
Oops.
I think I might be over it.
Uh,
I think I'm... No.
Nope, you're not there yet. I see it.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it now. I see it, yeah.
Oh, I'm just going right past you. Holy crap.
Yeah, you just blew right past me.
By doing 170, holy smokes. I've never been going that fast before. All of a sudden, this thing's
Oh, you know what? I still have my landing gear down. That's why I'm going so slow.
Yeah. My problem on an earlier one section was that flaps down. Yeah, so. Yeah, I see you there.
The next airport ahead of us is Gore Bay. I guess we could do a touch and go and then just head straight out. That'll be right on our track.
Yep. That sounds good. Oh, look at the beaches down there. Wow.
Yeah, this is Manitoulin. And Sudbury is to our 3 o'clock. Way, you can't see it from the airplane, but
Yeah.
that's where the nickel mine is. Or used to be. I assume they still mine nickel there.
Sudbury. Oh, yeah, okay, I was thinking of Sault Ste. Marie. Just one trip when we drove across Canada when we had the travel trailer. We went through Sault Ste. Marie and my GPS was really screwed up. Most of the time it works pretty good, but that particular time it did not. Some interesting coastline. This thing's just ticking along here on autopilot. I'm going to run upstairs and put some coffee in the pot to brew, and then I'll come back, and then when we get on the next stretch, I'll have to go up and pour it in a cup. I'll be right back.
So you're not gonna touch and go at Gore Bay. I'll do a touch and go and I'll catch.
Yeah, no, I'll be back down before we get there.
Okay. So this whole area is Manitoulin Island. That's where Gore Bay is. We're going to do a touch and go there. Then from there we'll head to Drummond Island. A little airstrip on Drummond Island. And then we'll do our final destination at Sault Ste. Marie Airport. And that'll end leg 10.
exactly. Well, that doesn't take long to put a scoop of coffee in there and pour water in the pot and plug it in. Well, I just flew over there almost. Looks like a dirt air. Oh no, it's a farm. It looks like a dirt airstrip.
There's an aircraft off to my 9 o'clock at 34,000 feet. It's an A320. And
Oh, I see it.
I've been seeing him fly all along with us. Iron
Yep.
Man
Yeah.
0932.
Yeah, I've seen him there too. So I mean, he's at 34,000 feet. So I mean, he can't be going at the same speed as us. So he must be something different. But yeah, but he's the only one. There's been very few others. Have you noticed that?
That's right. Yeah, very sparse.
Yeah. I wonder if that's got anything to do with the time of day. Maybe with it.
It could be that us crazies, you and I, want to fly across Canada. and there's parts of Canada that's going to be void of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when we're all done, whenever it takes to finish the whole cross Canada thing, we can say we flew across Canada.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to take my autopilot off and head a little bit, just a little bit north.
Oh yeah, I see.
Get lined up for runway 29. And
So-
elevation is approximately 600 feet.
Yeah, I guess 613 is what it shows here. Yeah. Yeah, we've got ways to go. Let's see, where are
We've got 6 nautical miles.
we? Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, that might be an idea to toss auto out.
Yeah, toss auto out of the cockpit. So we're flying between these two lakes right now, at least I am.
Oh yeah, I see where you are there, yeah. Oh, I see the runway over there.
I'm looking for the airstrip, but I haven't seen it yet. Oh, I think I
Yeah.
see it. I think I see it. Yep.
I spotted it.
Yeah, it's at my 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. You're very good at spotting the airports.
In some cases.
Alright.
When I fly with Noel in Australia, I have a heck of a time finding the airfields because they just blend
Yeah.
right in with the, because the airfield might be a strip of somewhere on the road or
Yeah.
somebody's field, and they're not really marked. Maybe a few white rocks here and there, but that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, gear down.
A lot of those.
120 knots. I'm going to slow it down a bit.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm lined up.
I just pull the nose up for a bit. Down. There we go.
Nose up, power down.
Yeah, it's
100 knots.
got to come around here.
There's that red earth again, just on the approach to the runway. You'll see it.
Yeah. A little bit of a sidestep. Haven't done that in this thing for a long time. There we go. Looks pretty good.
Okay, 800 feet. I'm over the piano keys. 700 feet, 650. And touchdown. And off we go again.
Keep up. Don't go down there yet. Oh, wow. That was close. Wheels touched right down on the piano keys.
Really?
Yeah. That was kind of close. You're up. So.
So part of our track is actually taking us into Michigan. That airport ahead of us is Drummond Island airstrip, and that's actually Michigan.
Yeah, I just changed my altitude to 1,600 feet, so that'd be so high.
Yeah, I changed mine as well, down to 1,500.
Okay, so yeah, we actually go into the USA there, don't we? Drummond.
Yep,
Okay,
you got your passport?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I really do. Mine doesn't expire for a long time yet. Last time I renewed it, I did it for 10 years.
Yeah, we did too. Ours expires next year.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I'll use mine again. I keep saying I got to make another trip to England, but we'll see. A couple of places that I was over there that I didn't get to see that I should go and see, but more change in my piggy bank, I guess. So and make sure the health is good, and then go and do that. Because my cousin lives just out of Northampton. She'd come and pick me up at the, well, flew to London, or I'd probably fly to Birmingham, it's closer. She'd drive up to Birmingham and pick me up, or I'd get the train down to Northampton.
Oh, yeah.
And stay at her place free of charge, and then she'd drive me all over.
And going into over Drummond Island, Michigan, USA. I got my passports ready.
Well, they only need it if we touch down in Drummond.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're in the USA.
USA, otherwise known as the Excited States of America.
Yeah. Depending how you use the word excited.
That's right.
Wouldn't want to be living there nowadays. My God, the zoo.
You know, I'll never forget a comment that a rental agent told us when we were first moving to the United States. We moved to West Bloomfield in Michigan.
Okay.
And the company had moved me there, so I was looking for a nice apartment. So we went and met with this rental agent, and we sat down in front of her, and after talking about what we wanted and all that sort of stuff, it became a little bit more informal, and she said, you know, I really like you Canadians. And I said, oh, that's nice to hear. Why is that? She said, because you're always so calm and quiet, and you know, you don't make a lot of noise. I said, well, yeah, we tend to be like that. And then I said, well, I've got to tell you, I kind of like you Americans. And she said, oh, tell me why. I said, you know, to be truthful, it's nice to be calm and quiet and everything, but when you're in business, oh no, just a sec. Before I said that, when she was complimenting us on being Canadian, she said, her words were, you've got to look out for us Americans because we'll run you over in the grocery store. And I said, that's when I said to her, well, it's nice to be calm and quiet. I like that. But I said, there's something to be said about Americans when it comes to business. That you know what you want, you say what you want, and you just go after it. There's no beating around the bush. You just do it.
Yep.
And she said, you're so right, we do.
Yeah. There's a guy on YouTube who comes up. He's got quite a few videos there. I can't know. It'll be on a particular topic or something, and he'll go through different websites and look at all the stuff that Canadians have or do compared to Americans, and most of his stuff, it's really surprising how little they know about their own country, never mind Canada. You know, I think one of his videos was on comparing the education systems in the States and Canada.
Okay.
You know, and like in Canada, I can remember in social studies.
There's a little airport of Drummond Island.
But also about the rest of the world. But the Americans, there's not that much emphasis put on social studies or geography at all in their education system.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's really quite
I'm
amazing.
making the autopilot is turning me right over the Drummond Island airstrip.
Yeah, I see it. Interesting little place. Yeah, Jason and I noticed a lot of differences too when we did our motorcycle trip, and different campgrounds and cafes and stores and stuff like that. Just how much different we are. And in some areas, they come across as being very undereducated.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
just talking to them, you get the impression that they're, I mean, they're adults, but they're talking like they've got a grade 5 or grade 6 education compared to what we would do. And the other thing was they live in their little cocoons, they're born and raised and lived in the same little town all their lives. And
Yeah.
they've never driven any further than 100 miles away.
Hey Larry, on little nav map, if you quickly, before we get too far, if you zoom in a little bit on little nav map and look to your left, you'll see the Mackinac Bridge. See if you can find that. And just to the right of the bridge, in the water, there's a Mackinac Island on little nav map. About 9 o'clock. Your airplane. You see Mackinac Island?
Okay, mine. Yeah, you get Island Breeze, Mackinac Island, Sport Common. Why do I not see Mackinac Island? There's some islands here, but there's no names on them.
Do you see the bridge going? You have to zoom. You have to zoom in on a little nav map.
Okay, just hang on. I'm playing sitting in the water for some reason, and I never touched anything. The autopilot and everything was on. Okay,
Oh no! Really?
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, I can fix that. I'm going to view. So I'm looking at Google Maps. Why is Google Maps? Oh, what am I doing here? I'm supposed to be looking at Google Satellite. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm way behind where you are. But,
Don't worry about it.
yeah. Okay, I gotta get out of the water here.
Yeah, get yourself fixed up.
I got no idea what happened here. Okay.
I'll just wait for you here.
I'll catch up. Okay, there's 2,000 feet. That's all I did. I was moving my mouse around on my little nav map, so somehow or other it screwed up what the plane was doing. And
Well, we're getting close to the end now anyway. Yeah, what I was going to say to you about Mackinac Island is Joanna and I, when we were living down in West Bloomfield, Michigan, which is just outside of Detroit, we drove up into this area, and we stayed at the tip of Michigan, and we went over to Mackinac Island, and it's quite amazing. There are no cars allowed. It's all bicycle and walking.
oh yeah, okay. I think I heard something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really a pleasure to go there. It was beautiful.
That island off of Los Angeles, St. Catalina Island. There's no cars allowed on that either. It's
Yeah, that's right.
at the main place where the cruise ships dock and whatnot. They use golf carts, but yeah, there's very few cars. And then there's some other places in the Caribbean we've been to where there's no cars. They run around in golf carts. And I remember one place when we were talking to one of the guys, and I was saying, well, it must be quite safe if they're all running around in golf carts. And he says, no, they still go out on Saturday nights and get drunk and crash your golf carts.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I thought that was really quite funny. I thought they would still do that. But yeah, I guess if you...
So, looking ahead to where we're going to end up in Sault Ste. Marie Airport, looks like all the terminals, all the parking is off to the right of runway 04. Now I know runway 30 is right in our line of track, but I think I'm going to go over and take runway 04 and then get off easily to go into a parking spot.
Oh, okay.
Have a look at it on the map and tell me what you think.
Yeah, I got this. Yeah, I'm just going to zoom this up.
We've got a little way to go. We've got like
Oh, yeah.
20, 30, 25 miles or so.
Yeah.
30 miles maybe.
Okay, 04. Okay, yeah, all of the parking's off to the right.
That's correct, if you use 04. But if you use runway 30, if you miss that first turnoff, then you got to taxi all the way down to... But whatever, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, I should be able to make that first stop.
Yeah, maybe we would.
Oh, yeah. I don't see
Let's see, it is from the threshold to the first stop is 1,500 feet.
Oh, we can lots of room.
Yeah, there is actually.
Yeah. No, that'll work.
Yeah.
So
All right,
this-
runway 30 is what we'll use.
Yeah, yeah, because that's almost dead on. That'll work out fine.
Yeah, it is.
So we're still in the States. I thought we'd left the States already, but we're still in the States. We're still in American airspace.
Actually, no. Right now we're in Canada, but we're about to cross into the States again right now. I'm crossing in right now, actually.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay, it makes that little jog there, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still in Canada.
Yeah, it doesn't show the border lines when you're looking at Google Earth, but if you go to Google Maps, it does.
Yeah, on my map, on little nav map that I'm using, it shows the borders.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm using that. What's it called? The open street map. Not open street, but open topography.
Oh, yeah.
Open topo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one's not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, it shows the border. Yeah, that program we were watching on TV last night on the Niagara Escarpment. I guess some of the places along the cliffs there where they have the dolomite rock on top, which is really, really hard, and then all of the looser rock underneath has been all eroded away with wind and water and whatnot, and it's like a huge overhanging cliff on some areas along the where the ocean meets that rock.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, it was really quite amazing. I didn't realize that it was undercut so far. You would think that rock on the top would break off and fall down, but it's pretty hard, and it's been like there for thousands of years. So. And then they showed the the part where the American military went in and shut off the water to the American side.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then they went in and toppled down a few of the loose rocks, and then some of the places they bolted a bunch of the rocks together to prevent the erosion and before they put the water back on again. So it's quite something.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can do.
Yeah. They've done that twice apparently, and it was earlier this year I read that they were going to do it a third time. But this time they were going to try to divert part of the Horseshoe Falls on Niagara itself to move some of the rock. So I don't know how they were going to do that, but an awful lot of water goes over there.
This really is nice countryside that we're flying over.
Yep.
This whole trip really has been really great.
Yeah, it's the scenery is reasonably close to being accurate, so it's a pretty good way to see your country.
Yeah, it really is.
Rather than doing it in real life and spending a lot of money.
And with your eagle eye that you have, you pick up all these little things that are interesting, like the rows in the fields.
Yeah. Yeah, that was different. Yeah, that last trip when we went up in the Okanagan to visit our son up there, and on the one ferry from here going over to the mainland, there was a couple. The weather was nice. I was standing outside. They were outside, and I could tell by their accent and the way they were acting. They were tourists, so I asked them what country they were from, and they were from Holland, and they were on their last leg of what was it, about 2.5 months, I guess, that since they left home, and they came across the States and basically up into the Toronto area and across Canada, and they were in the Vancouver area. Then they were heading to Calgary, and then from Calgary they're going to fly to Toronto, and then from Toronto go back home. But interesting conversation with them as to what they thought of the different countries and rules and regulations and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And she was saying that the thing they missed the most is the food. Neither one of them really cared for the way that either the Americans or Canadians prepared their food. I found that really interesting because Holland, the Dutch, I guess, I don't know, I have never tried that many Dutch recipes to see what was different, other than they have a lot of pickled fish type of thing, you know?
Yep, yep.
But, yeah, some of their stuff would be different because the people I used to work for, they were, she was Dutch, and they used to make some pretty interesting stuff, but I don't know how they did it. We used to call it roller cooking. It was some kind of a bread dough type of thing that they made, and then it was all rolled up into some kind of a fancy twisty bun or something like that.
Oh yeah.
We would have it for lunch, and then you just pour syrup on it and eat it that way. And it was really good. I don't know what the proper name was. They called it roller cooking, so I don't know. That was just a slang word for it, but geez, there's a runway up ahead. I guess I can turn Oscar off.
Yeah, I'm on about a 2-mile final for runway 30 right now.
Yeah, I see it there.
A nice approach into this runway. It's quite, everything's nice and clear.
Yeah, I'm quite a ways out. I can see it pretty easy to line up here. No problems at all. Okay, gear coming down. And flaps coming down. 90 knots, add a little bit of power because I'll be sinking too low.
Oops.
I think I'm going to aim for about a 60 knot touchdown.
Not a good landing. I just barely made the first turn off because my landing was not good. I had a couple bounces.
Okay. I'm down to
It's
80
called not
knots.
paying attention. I'll let you concentrate.
Okay, let's see how I can put this thing down on the piano keys and see how quick I can stop.
Well, if you don't bounce, you won't have any problem, but I bounced.
Okay, I'm down to 70 knots. It's gonna be too slow.
I see you coming in from my right window as I'm taxiing in.
Okay, 70 knots, 70 knots. Okay.
I just stopped here. I'm watching you.
70 knots. There's the piano keys. Throttle is off. Oh, just past the piano keys.
You won't have any trouble.
Oh no. I'm almost at a dead stop, and here's the taxi. Touchdown just on the edge of the piano keys at 65 knots.
Yeah. Well, the problem is when you bounce, it's like throwing a stone across the water, right? Just skip along.
Yep, yep.
There's no traction, so you keep going. There's a couple airplanes here. One looks like a Learjet or something.
Yeah, I see that.
Another one is a single engine. I don't know what it is.
I see several planes. There's a passenger 737, a couple of planes over there on my left. Where did you go? Oh, there you are over there. So
Well, I turned my ground scenery right down, so I don't I don't see much
I
aircraft.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 aircraft plus you.
Yeah, I don't see any of that. So I don't know from where I'm parked. Am I near any airplanes? Can you still get into me?
Oh, yeah, I can get to you. There's
Okay.
a twin-engine Beechcraft at your 7 o'clock. There's another Beechcraft at your 12 o'clock. There's a fuel truck right in front of you.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I see you coming in. I'm watching you, yeah. I just lost your name tag because we were close together. There you go, you stopped. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I'm off your left wing. Yeah, well, that was a good flight. Interesting. Interesting country.
retract my flaps and clean up the airplane.
Niner up. Okay, turn some lights off. We don't let
Just
off.
shut things down. Shut down the lights.
Okay, why doesn't that key come? Oh, there we go. Now it's off.
There we are.
Everything's off. Done. Super.
Well, it was a good flight,
Yeah.
Larry. And
That's
it
not
gives
bad. Two and a half hours, something like that. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
gives you enough
Long
time
day.
to
Worked out good.
go to the doctor or the CT scan or whatever. Yeah. You'll have time.
Okay. Well, I got flight sim on. I'm going to see if I can bring up that airfield I was working on to see.
Okay. So, thank you very much for flying along with Larry and I. And this was a nice trip. Scenery was beautiful. And this ends leg 10. So leg 11, we will pick up from Sault Ste. Marie and start heading across, head west across Canada. So until leg 10, we will see you then. Take care.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo, pull up and go around.
Go around, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Tower India Echo Lima, downwind 13, touch and go.
India Echo Lima number 3, follow Cessna left base, turning 1 mile final.
India Echo Lima.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Shows one over, clear to land 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, change of plans, cross over midfield, join right downwind runway 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, cross over midfield and join the right downwind for 13.